25th, I forgot on my mic. Oopsie. Yeah, now we're sorted. Whoop, whoop. What's up, guys? On Friday the 25th of August, I went to the Sugg Life PB merch. I was gonna say Pointless Blog merch in Covent Garden, London. I'm going to share with you my advice of when to go, merch that I bought and try on. So I arrived at Slingsby Street. I'll put the address here. If you are interested in going. It is running until the 3rd of September. So another like week and a day. So I arrived at 21 Slingsby Street. I arrived at the Sugg Life VPB merch pop-up store. I arrived at the Sugg Life VPB merch pop-up store at around 12:30, and the queue was quite long, not like a ridiculous queue, although actually I couldn't really see the end, so it could might have been a ridiculous queue. But I asked the security guard how long the queue was, how long the wait time was to get in, and he said it was about an hour. And I actually had stuff to do in London, so I did all my stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna come back and see how bad the queue is then. The queue went like outside the street and then to the right, like towards a Leicester Square way. So if you are getting the tube, get off at Leicester Square and just hop on the back of the queue, because if you get on a Covent Garden, although it's on the same sort of road, you then have to go along the queue and join the back, so you may miss out on a few minutes there. Tip number 1. So I came back at 3:45, and I came from Leicester Square way, and the queue didn't exist where the scaffolding was at that bit, and I was like, okay. So I keep walking, there's no queue. I turn left onto Slingsby Street, and there's no queue, and I'm like, what is this treachery? Like, am I the greatest master of time? Get to the front of this pop-up store. Wow, that won't really be pop-up store. Asked the same security guard and was like, yo, is there no queues now? He's like, you can just go in. You've timed this very well. I'm like, oh, legend. Thank you so much. Walk in, and it's such a beautiful, well-presented store. It sort of has you go round to the right and the left, and then the tills are on the left-hand side. So I walked in the front. There's lovely plants. You can tell it's been decorated like zoella. It's just so her, and it's so lovely, and yeah. And I looked at what merch was left. They had sold out of the white small hoodies and the yellow small hoodies at the time, but I asked one of the staff if they had any of either, and they said they may have some small yellow ones at the back. So I'm there like a leech attached to this back wall for a good 2 minutes, just looking at people, and yeah. And then a box came out, and I was like, is this a small yellow hoodie? And he was like, yes it is, but there was only like 10 or so in there. So I'm like, one of the seagulls from Finding Nemo was like, mine, give it to me. And then I thought, hold on, am I actually a small? And like enough, there are display units coming along the shop, and like you could try them on there instead of opening your brand new bag. Although there was some open on the side anyway. So I was like, I'll try on a small, and it was fairly big actually. Well, not like ridiculously big, but it was like comfortable big. And I decided to try on a medium just to see how bigger the medium was to the small. And the medium was just way too big. So I'm like, yep, a small is for me. And then I queue up and pay. And when I come out the store, there's this longest mass of people, and these like 3 security guards trying to like hold these people back. And I'm like, what is going on? And the only thing that I can think of is that the creators are coming. And so I ask again. The security guard's probably totally fed up with me because it's the same security guard. I'm like, yo, it's me again. Didn't quite say that, but the creators come in and they're like, yeah, they come in at 5. The time at the minute was 20 past 4. And I was like, do I want to queue? Do I not want to queue? So I stayed on one of the benches. They're not really benches, they don't have a back. They're just like a long seat that you can fit like 2 rows of people facing opposite directions in. So I sat there, and as I was waiting for a friend, me and my friend were going out for dinner later on, and she hadn't arrived yet, and I didn't know what time she was going to arrive, so I was like, I have nothing else to do, I might as well wait here, and if they come, they come, if they don't, they don't. Yeah. And I got talking to this lovely lady and daughter, and well, a lot of people kept coming up to us and asking what is happening in this area, and they're like, oh yeah, it's just like Zoe, Joe and Alfie, they're YouTubers, and they have this store open for 12 days, and they look at me like, who? What are you talking about? And I'm like, they're YouTubers and people watch them and we're all the viewers. They're like, who? What? I'm like, mate, we can't talk anymore. Like, if you're done with these people, just leave the premises. But there's too many people who want to know, want to meet them. Like, yeah, go that way. One guy didn't actually believe me and actually Googled it. He was like, I'm gonna Google it. I'm like, all right, whatever floats your boat, mate. Sort it out. And then I got talking, yeah, to this lady and daughter, and we just stayed together and chatted, and then they were gonna come out and everyone was like at the front of the barrier, not in the queue, like, and they all came out and we tried to take photos. Unfortunately, I'm very short and don't have very long arms, therefore my photos were pretty bad. I'll post them here for you, and you can see how bad A, my phone camera is, and B, how very short my arms and height is. That's very bad grammar, but yes, that's it. And then the lady decided, she was like, I'm gonna get in the queue, because the queue was actually moving very, very quickly. They were basically asking you just to have your phones ready, like cameras ready. They go in, take a photo, you leave. It was very, very quick, very, very fast paced. So she got in the queue, we stayed and tried to take decent photos, and then we joined the queue, me and her daughter joined the queue. We weren't there that long actually. We actually waited like an hour for them to arrive, and then probably 10-15 minutes in the queue. It was so fast, and I managed to get a photo with all 3 of them, which I'm glad I waited for actually. And then I bought this t-shirt and a poster as well. What possessed me, I'm not sure. Bearing in mind I am 26 years old and not 10, yeah. What, I have no words, but yet I have no regrets either, because it's proper comfortable. Is that sad? Have I gone past the sad stage? I don't really know. So here is my try on and review of what I bought. I'm actually going to start with the poster. I decided to get a white one because like yellow. I wasn't really a yellow person. I did buy a yellow hoodie. It's actually written on the label as gold, but hold on, let me get it. Let me get that first. Don't sit on the poster. This is definitely yellow. This is yellow. This is a small yellow. Look, it's not gold. I don't think, unless I'm colourblind. I'm not colourblind, am I? But yeah, it's definitely yellow. But it's very comfy and cozy. Yes. Poster! Right, got a white one. Have to whack this out. Oh. Oh. Why won't it come out? Aha. Aha. It's very comfy. I like these things because it doesn't, to be fair though, can you imagine it? It's got like a dent in it already. So yeah, I'm glad I had that because the poster would have been proper ruined, right? This is what it looks like. Ta-da-da-da-da. Oh, Joe's signature's bit. Ta-da! Oh, where's my camera? There we go. There we go, look at that. I love these emojis. I wish I could create an emoji for myself. Oh, the light just went really dark. What is happening in the world? So this is my yellow hoodie, yellow/gold hoodie on. As you can see, it's quite like quite tight. What am I on about? It's quite baggy, but it's comfortable baggy. It's not like too baggy. So I'd say if you are a young child, go for a small. Unless you think you're gonna grow into it, then get a medium. But it's like, I wear 6 to 8 and I'm just under 5'3", and I found this like a little bit big than I would have liked, but the medium was far too big, so probably a small. And I also got a small in the t-shirt as well. So this t-shirt that I'm wearing is in the shade Midnight, which I thought was quite cool. I liked it because it was different and it's not like a plain colour. Let me try and show you a sleeve. Like, it's like a, I don't know how to describe it. Not speckled. No, I'm really bad at, I can't describe it. But it's extremely comfortable and like, it's still quite baggy on me. Like, these kids are like swimming in these t-shirts, but they are proper comfortable. And the label, I'll show you in my yellow/gold hoodie. It says Slug Life. Slug Life was times. Yeah. Ooh, and the washing instructions are in there as well. Yeah, super comfortable. Very pleased, very pleased. So the hoodie was £25. The top was 15, and my poster was 10. And I think the pop sockets and the phone cases were also £10. Forgot to mention the prices there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I've literally been having this all day, wearing this all day, because it's just like, now, yeah, do I feel really sad wearing a 26-year-old wearing it? I was honestly the oldest person there. I was surrounded by like 10 to 14-year-old girls, and I'm 26. I have no regrets though, but I just found it, oh dear, like, I was having this week has been a really, really bad week for me, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself and I'm gonna enjoy my Friday bank holiday weekend. That's what it was. I also thought I'd mention that, the colours of the t-shirts and hoodies. So the t-shirts come in yellow, orange, white and black. No, that's the complete lie. That's the hoodies. Start again. The hoodies come in yellow, orange, white and black, and the t-shirts come in white, yellow, black, beige and this midnight one. And they also mentioned that because all three of them, so Zoella, Pointless Vlog and thatcherjoe, will not be in the store all day, every day for the 12 days. And they wrote on the shop window, I'll find it here, please remember there is no guarantee that Alfie, Joe or Zoe will be here in person. They will not, underlined, not, be here every day or all day. Well, this is a funny photo. I mean, I'll post it here for you guys, but they're actually underneath in the store on the photo. But I mean, when I went there early in the morning, they weren't there, and they only arrived at 5:20 in the evening, but they didn't announce it or anything. It was only if you were there at the time, then you got to see them. So if you are planning on going and meeting them, do not be disappointed if you don't actually see them, because the likelihood of them being there is probably very unlikely, or you may just see one of them, and one is better than none. But I'm just lucky that I got a photo with all three of them. So very, very pleased and sort of glad I waited, although, yeah, it was, yeah. So I'd mention that as well. Being my older self, being with, yeah. And I still think I'm deaf in my right ear. So when I was waiting, taking these awful photos, literally awful photos, when they first came out, girls were screaming in my ear, people were crying, and people, even when they had their photo taken, they came out and they were crying. And I mean, I work as an actress myself, or a dancer actress, and my dream is to be in musical theatre, and I'm still auditioning. So I don't know why I'm talking about this now in this video, but I understand where they're coming from, because I've met people who are very, very famous. Not very, very famous as in famous, like not everyone will know who they are. They're not like the Queen, but then they're not like an unknown like myself and you guys. So an in between, and I just think that they're just normal people who have perhaps maybe a lot of money and have that fame, and that's it. That's just who they are. So I wasn't really like, oh my God, maybe I would have been if I was 10, but I've grown up in that professional environment and that's just how I behave now as a normal, I don't know. But yes, I have screams, especially in my right ear, because this girl on my right ear literally screamed and I was like, ow. But it wasn't just the one time, it was like a couple of times, and yeah. But they're all very, very nice. I have nothing bad to say about the store, about the staff, about the creators. I think it's just absolutely amazing, and they all deserve every success that they get because they're just brilliant and everything, and I always trust their judgments. I don't know why. Whenever Zoella has a favourite, I mean, I have an eyeliner on now. This is the Stila eyeliner. Like, it's fab. She did her favourites video and I'm like, I need to try that. And ever since then, everything I've tried of hers, I just love. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with the Zoella favourite. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys all very, very soon. Bye!